Hi, my dear Latin students. We are going to see the next lesson, Lectio 3, Italia. Lesson 3 is Italia. Italia, Italie is a first declension Latin noun. Italia means Italy. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the beauty, the nature, and above all, a small narration of the place Italy. Legamus, let us read. Audete. Here. Italia est peninsula in Europa. Peninsula est longa et lata. In cole multe sunt agricole et naute. Italia est clara et antiqua. Magna est fama Italiae. In Italia sunt vie multe et pulchre et longe. Sicilia et Sardinia et Corsica sunt magnae et pulchre insulae. Incole patriam amant et bene laborant. So, this is the way we read and practice and experience the beauty of Latin language. I repeat, legamus. We shall read the Latin nouns, pronouns, adjectives, conjunctions, and prepositions. In order to enter into the lesson Italia, Lectio 2, lesson 2, Italia. Let us listen to Latin vocabulary noun section. First of all, let us listen to Latin nouns. Italia, Italiae, feminine, Italy. Peninsula, peninsulae, feminine, peninsula. Europa, Europe, feminine, Europe. Incola, incole, feminine, inhabitant or resident. Agricola, agricole, masculine. Not it, masculine, meaning farmer, peasant. Nauta, naute, masculine. Not it, sailor, seaman, mariner. As I said, some of the Latin nouns appears as first declension feminine, but it is masculine in meaning, especially poeta, agricola, nauta. Let us listen to next noun. Fama, fame, feminine, tradition, frame, reputation. Via, vie, feminine, way, road, path. Sicilia, Siciliae, feminine, the island of Sicily. Sardinia, Sardiniae, the island of Sardinia. Corsica, Corsicae, feminine, the island of Corsica. Insula, Insulae, feminine, island. Patria, Patriae, feminine, fatherland or native land. So, these are the important Latin nouns in the lesson. Italia is a nouns. Conjunction. In this lesson, we have One conjunction yet. Yet means and. Listen to adverb. Bene. Bene means well, good. So, from bene, there are lots of English words directly originated. Benefactory, benevolent, benediction. These are all come from Latin words. So, bene means well or good. Let's listen to verbs. As we have learned the first conjugation amare, we have to learn some to be conjugation. To be conjugation especially comes as a sum, yes, est, sumus, estis, sunt. Sum means I am. Yes, you are. Est, he, she, it is. Sumus, we are. Estis, you are. Sunt, they are. So these are all called to be essay conjugation or essay to be conjugations. Let's listen to verb like laborare. Laborare means to labor. Amare, already we learned, to love. Preposition in, into. Adjectives longus, longa, longum, long. Latus, lata, latum, broad or wide. Multus, multa, multum, many, a great number of. Many or a great number of. Antiquus, antiqua, antiquum, ancient or farmer. Magnus, magna, magnum, great, large, big. Pulchar, pulchra, pulchrum, beautiful, fair. Clarus, clara, clarum, famous, clear, bright. So these are the important vocabulary in the second lesson, Italia. Okay, my dear students, now let us listen to the lesson Italia. Listen to the lesson. Italia is the peninsula in Europa. Peninsula est lata et longa. Incole multe sunt agricole et naute. Italia est clara et antiquus. Magna est fama Italiae. In Italia sunt vie multe et pulchre et longae. Sicilia et Sardinia et Corsica sunt magnae et pulchre insulae. Incole patriam amant et bene laborant. Now let's see word by word to get the translation of the Italia. I repeat, Italia est the peninsula in Europa. Italia means Italy. Est means is. Peninsula means peninsula. In Europa, in Europe. So let us read, let us translate. Italy is a peninsula in Europe. Peninsula est longa et lata. Peninsula is peninsula. Est means is. Longa, longa means long. Et and. Lata means wide. The peninsula is long and wide. Incole multe sundu agricole yettu naute. Incole multe. Incole means inhabitants. Multe, it goes together. Incole multe, many inhabitants. Sund are agricole yettu naute. Farmers and sailors. Many inhabitants are farmers and sailors. Italia est clara et antiqua. Italia, Italy. Est is clara means famous. Et and antiqua means old or ancient. So Italy is a famous and old. Magna est fama Italiae. Magna means great. Est means is. Fama means fame. Italiae of the Italy. The fame of Italy is great. In Italia, sundu vie multe et pulcre et longe. In Italia, in Italy, sunt, there are vie multe, many ways. Underline vie multe, vie way, multe many ways. Et pulcre et longe. In Italy, there are many beautiful and long roads. Sicilia et Sardinia et Corsica sunt magne et pulcre insulae. Sicilia et Sardinia and Corsica. Sunt means are magne. Magne means large. Pulcre insulae, pretty islands or beautiful islands. Incole patriam amant et bene laborant. Incole means inhabitants. Patriam, patria means fatherland. Amant, love, they love. Et means and. Bene, well. Laborant, work, or they work. The inhabitants love their country and work hard. So this is the translation of the lesson Italia. Here in this lesson we have to understand most of the nouns are in the first declension. So what you have to do? Underline the vocabulary, especially nouns from the first lesson, underline it and decline. Lots of vocabularies are of first declension nouns. For example, Italia, Italiae, Italia, Italiae, Italiae, Italiarum, Italiae, Italis, Italiam, Italias, Italia, Italis. Peninsula, peninsula, peninsula. Like this, we can identify and note it and decline as rosa rosi. Is a wonderful thing to practice to get involved with the first declension. And second, we have to listen to essay conjugations. I said essay conjugate, to be conjugations. I said sum, yes, est, sumus, estis, sunt. Sum means I am. Yes, you are. Yes, he, she, it is. Sumus, we are. Estis, you are, plural. Sunt, they are. So you must learn and practice it from this lesson. So from this lesson also we have to learn some very important point. Adjectives. Adjectives are longus, longa, longum, magnus, magna, magnum. We have learned lots of adjectives, especially I said multa, multe. So likewise we identify the adjectives from this lesson and translate into English. So, this is the small information about the place Italy. We have also learned first conjugation. Do you remember first conjugation? Amare. So, here we have a few first conjugation verb like laborare. So, not it for conjugation laborare. How will you conjugate? Laboro, laboras, laborat, laboramus, laboratis, laborant. Laboro means what? I work. So, laboras, you work. Laborat, he, she, it works. Laboramus, we work. Laboratis, you work plural. Laborant, they work. And also listen to the genders. We learned in the second lesson masculine, feminine, neuter. So, how will you identify? As I said, A. Easily we can identify first declension. We can identify first declension A. So, we can identify the genders. And we also have to understand the adjectives agrees with noun, pronoun, adjectives. Likewise, in this lesson we can see some of the important adjectives and noun, especially Longayathilatha peninsula is Longayathilatha peninsula is long and wide. So, it agrees with the gender, case and number. Gender, case, number. Then Italia lesson, this lesson we have to do some exercise, especially for the examination point of view. Identify the nouns, identify the adjectives, identify the verbs. So, not it. That would be very much beneficial to you to learn Latin language. As a point of examination, will be asked Rede Latine, translate into Latin. Maybe they are long way, via longa. Beautiful island, Pulchra Insula. So, likewise, there are many small English and Latin sentence will be given to translate into both Latin and English. So, you have to be very careful about translation of Latin and English. Now, let us do some activities from the lesson Italia. Rede Latine. Rede Latine translate into Latin. Take down. Of a peninsula. How will you do it? Of a peninsula? Peninsulae. To the inhabitants. Incolis. O farmer. Agricola. By the road. Via. The islands. Object. Incolas. Italy. Subject. Italia. With Europa. Europe. The farmer. Object. Agricola. Of the sailors. Nautarum. Of the fatherland. To the fatherland. How will you say to the fatherland? Patriae. If it comes of the fatherland, how will you say? How will you say? Patriarum. Must be reversed. Listen. Patriarum. The tradition. Subject, how will you say? Fama. O sailors. Nauta. So, these are the very important translations which will be asked in the examination point of view. Just not it. Just you have to take down in your notebook. Now, you need to understand the case, number, gender. We have to do some more exercises. I'm reading for you. Give the case, number, and gender and following nouns with the meaning. Insularum. Insularum. We learned rosarum. So, what is the case? The case is genitive case. What is the number? Plural. What is the gender? Feminine. What is the meaning? Of the islands. Italia. What is the case? We have options. Nominative case singular also Italia. What is the number? Singular. What is the gender? Feminine. What's the meaning? Italy. Via. Like as we can take via also. Nominative case, singular, feminine, way, meaning way. Farmis. Fama, fame, fama, fame, fame, famarum, fame, famis, fame, famis. So like this rosa, rosa we learned, no? So very easy. See, famis means a case is dative and the number is plural. Gender is feminine to the traditions. Nautas. What's the number? Nautas. Not it. Plural. Nautas, always listen. Appearing as a feminine, but nauta, masculine. Way to identify. Gender is masculine, meaning the sailors. The sailors. Agricolis. What is the number? Agricolis. Plural. What is the gender? Agricolis. Masculine. Then meaning to the farmers. Incolam. Europe. Patria. Insulae. Italiarum. Nautis. So you can do it by yourself. Okay? In the textbook, you can do it as your homework and do it as an exercise. Definitely it will get more involvement with exercise, especially declension. You can practice declension with these vocabulary and nouns. So, likewise, you can read the lesson Italia and try to master it. And what you had to do, you take your notebook, do all the activities given in this lesson and practice it. Never forget to do declension and conjugation. That's the most important one. You have to do only first declension and first conjugation. That is just like rosa, rose, Italia, Italia, multa, multe, Corsica, Corsica, peninsula, peninsulae. Then first conjugation laborare, amare, monstrare. So likewise, you please do the conjugation as well. So take all the activities and practice it and experience the grammatical structure of the lingua latina, Latin language. Okay? Gracias, valate. See you in the next class. Take care of yourself.